Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Beginner's Dock Tour. My name is Admiral William, and I'm going to be walking you through how to use your docks. We've just loaded in, and you'll see there's a poster across the screen. This is what's used to give information of new items coming or that are present, so always be sure to read these before pressing the I know button. There's an announcement for an event that's going on right now. When the event's over, that will be removed. These do change, so be sure to read them. Now that we've gone through our posters, let's take a look at the dock. We're going to start at the top left. You'll see a cog symbol. We're going to press that, and that takes us to our settings tab. Basic settings. The very top line is your graphics quality. If you have a high-end device, you can go ahead and select the best graphics. If it's not so high-end, go ahead and move it to the left, and you can experiment by doing battles and seeing if you experience any problems with your graphics. I'm quite happy with it in the middle there on high quality, as I do not have a high-end device, but it's not a cheap device either. So this is where you change that if you experience any graphic problems. Next line down, this is BGM. That stands for Battle Game Music. And you just tap on and tap off, and your music comes on and off. That's your battle game music. The next one over is sound effects. That's your sound effects, such as guns in battle, etc. And the sound of the ocean. I leave that on because I want to hear my guns. The next one over is HQ Ocean. That's high quality ocean, on and off. I leave it off. Does have a direct effect to your graphics, and if you're not running a high-end device, you're going to experience a little problem there, so I keep mine turned off. The next one down is sensitivity. That's about right for my device. I suggest you go into battle a couple of times, and as you swipe left and right to move your turrets, if they move too fast, you're going to want to move this down to the left a little bit. If they're too slow and you're having to swipe a lot to move your turrets, etc., and look around, you might want to move it over to the right just a little bit, and it'll increase the sensitivity. The next line down, you'll see button, joystick, and rudder. That's your options for your rudder control. I'm a button player, so mine's set at button, but you can experiment with those and see which one works best for you. Next line down says chat settings, and you'll see receive on off. That's for in battle only. So I leave mine turned on just in case somebody wants to say something to me in battle, letting me know what they're doing or asking for help, or maybe you're playing with a friend and you want to tell them something. The chat appears on the left side of your screen in battle, and it's opaque. So if somebody says something, it'll appear for a couple of seconds, then it'll vanish. That way it doesn't block your screen. And then underneath that, you'll see tutorial on the right. You can take the tutorial again or log out on the left. And that is obviously logging out of the game. So this is where you'd go to log out. So we're going to go ahead and close this. Next over, you'll see your name. Mine's Admiral William, and then underneath that, you'll see the level. Coming out of the tutorial, you're at level 5, so that's where we're at. Next over, it says ID, and then a number. Yours will be different. That is your individual ID number. So if somebody wants to squad with you once you get to level 10, then that is one of the options. They can invite you by your ID number, so you would give them that, and they invite you to the squad. Also, if you ever have to contact customer support, they're going to ask you for your ID number. That's it right there. Next over, you see VIP right there. I am not a VIP. Right now, it would be gold if we were running VIP status. That gives you more silver, etc. for your battles. We'll go into that later. Next over, you'll see fuel. That's important. In order to do general missions, you have to have fuel. There's a cutoff of 120 units that you are given by the game, one every 5 minutes, until you reach 120. You can purchase additional by pushing on it. We're not going to do that right now. And then moving over, you'll see 575 in gold. That's how much gold we have. The game gives you gold for reaching certain benchmarks plus other things. Move over to the right, you'll see the silver amount there. You win silver by winning battles, etc. And then you'll see a shopping basket off to the right there with an exclamation point. That exclamation point means that there's something there that you should check. You're more than likely being given something or you've earned something. So let's go ahead and push it and see what we have. We have an event going on right now. All of these items here in the store are for the event. If you're interested in what those are, all you do is hold your finger on it and it'll pop up and tell you what's inside each package. Underneath, you'll see a price for those packages. If you're enjoying the game and feel like spending some money on the game to buy something, you come to the store. You can also spend gold on items. So you can use the money that the game gives you, or you can buy gold. It's up to you, however you want to play. So looking down at the bottom here, you'll see we have a little toolbar across the bottom of the screen. The one we're on right now is time limited because it's related to this particular event that's going on right now. Next over is armament. We're going to go ahead and push that button, and there we are. These are the premium ships of the game. Some of these you would buy. Some of these you can actually use honor. If you look at the top right, you'll see right now, just by doing the tutorial, we earned 50 honor. So each ship you'll see a price underneath. 2,000 gold for the first one, 3,250 for the next one. And if we keep moving across, you'll see one with honor right there. That's that little star. That's what that means, honor. The Montana is an honor ship. So is the H-39. And you scroll all the way to the right, and the Pensacola is also earned by honor. I do believe you can also purchase these ships, but why would you want to purchase them when you can just play the game, earn honor, and get it for free? Next over on the bottom toolbar is crew. Let's go to that. And you'll see on the left there, it says free, a little red ribbon on that. Recruit 1 times. So, every day when you log in, the game gives you 5 free sailors. They're 5 minutes apart, so as soon as I push this, the timer will start. I've already done it 1 time earlier. So let's go ahead and push it. It's not always going to be a sailor. But that is an important upgrade item for sailors. So this is where you can earn some of those things. Now if you look over to the right here, this recruit 1 time for elite sailors. Once every 2 days, it will give you that. And that's higher quality sailors. That's why it's a longer period of time. So, going to the toolbar on the bottom there, docks is the next one after crew. This is where, once you've played the game for a while and you've run out of docks, this is where you'd come to purchase docks, using that gold that you have up there. Next over, consumables. This is where you would buy, if you wanted to partake in actually buying recruiting posters to get sailors. This is where you come to get those, using the gold that you're given, or if you enjoy it that much and want to spend some money, you can buy gold. It's also where you'd get fuel and inventory packs. Speakers, which are used for world chat. The difference between regular chat and world chat is if you say something in world chat, everybody sees it. Even if they're in battle, when they come out of battle, they'll see what you said in world chat. The regular chat, while you're in battle, that's turned off, and you won't get to see whatever anybody says. So that is the difference between world chat and regular chat. Moving along to VIP. This is where, like I said, I'm not running VIP right now. This is where you get those. You can get 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, 15 days, 30 days, or 90 days. And the price is right below. Charge is the last one. This is where you come if you want to buy gold. All the different options are there. And that's it for the store. Let's leave the store. And let's move to the bottom. You'll see weapon right above the ship on the bottom left. This is where you come to take a look at your guns if you want to change them. So in order to change a gun, you have to actually select one. So one down on the bottom left there. And you select that. If you look over to the right here, you can change your HE, which stands for high explosive, or AP, which stands for armor piercing. And you'll see we have a lot of guns. I'm scrolling the guns across the bottom here. There's 6 guns here. I could change just one, or I could change all of them in one move here by pushing this apply all. So that would apply to all of my guns if I wanted to change them all. I'm not actually going to change anything. And then you press that install button, but I'm quite happy with it the way it is, so we're going to go out of it. It's the same with subguns and torpedoes. Next over, you'll see armor. Now, you see it says unlock at level 6. We're only level 5 right now, so we can't mess with armor. This is an aircraft carrier, so plane is irrelevant. Move over to the right side of the flashing battle button and you'll see modification. This is where camouflage would be if there was a camo to choose. This ship doesn't have camouflage, but you know what? The St. Louis does, so let's go ahead and select the St. Louis. Press modification again. And there's your different camouflages and the costs for those. You can go ahead and push on it, and it'll show you what it is and what it does. Each camouflage has a different quality, a boost in some way, or a buff. We're going to press the back arrow and go back to our dock. Parts is the next thing. You can't do anything with parts until level 7. Crew. We'll go into crew later in another video. But this is where you would add crew to your ship. Now we're on the St. Louis here. The next one over is a magnifying glass with a plus sign. Go ahead and push that, and it gives you all the details of the ship. Be sure to familiarize yourself with all of the details of your ship. If you're ever curious about how fast or what your gun range is, this is where it would be. Next over and just below you'll see a picture of a ship and it says tech tree. You can push that and it'll pull up the tech tree of every nation and all the ships. Starts you out at the United States and you'll see a year there. You have to battle, use your ship to develop the year nation of your country before ships are unlocked. We're at 1905, so anything 1905 or newer is not blackened out. If it's blackened out, it means you haven't reached that tech year for that nation yet. Each nation is different. You'll see Japan, we don't have any yet. We just started playing the game, so there's no research on that nation yet. So, this is your tech tree. All the nations are there. All the ships are there. You can still go ahead and look at ships. You just aren't able to purchase them yet. Now, That's not entirely true. We can press unlock, and it says unlock at level 8. However, after you've gone through your basics, you can purchase ships that are higher up in the tech tree. The only thing is you actually have to use gold to unlock them. So we're going to back out of there. And along the right side of the screen here, you'll see a lot of buttons. The one at the top is just a plus symbol. You push that plus symbol and it says squad. You push squad and it says unlock at level 10. Again, come back for another video where we will be covering how to do that once you've reached level 10. The next button down is the event button. As you can see, there's an exclamation point that's telling you there's something here for you. Push me. So we're going to go ahead and do it. Like I said, right now there is an event going on. This is part of the event. Once the event's over, the button will disappear and so will the information. This is also part of the event. It says free right there. So we're going to go ahead and grab a sailor. It's an aviator. No carriers yet, but eventually we will, so that's cool to have. Next down is first time purchase. Purchase any product, get event limited warship, granted to purchase French great battleships. In order to get that Richie Lou that's on the right side there for that wonderfully cheap price of 2,388 gold, you must start with the level 3 pack at the left. It's 188 gold, and then level 2 package, 388 gold, and you'll see what you get for those packages. It's actually quite a good deal. And if you charge 50 gold, you'll get a Mikasa free. It's pretty cheap. So moving on to monthly subscription is the next thing. I usually run the monthly subscription. 65 gold a day, 5,000 silver a day, and 15 sweep tickets. We'll get into what sweep tickets are in a little bit, but you need sweep tickets in order to advance along in the game smoothly. You do earn them without getting the premium, or the monthly subscription rather, but it does help. Next button down is recharge gifts. This does change every now and then, so peruse that at your leisure so you can understand how that works. Moving on to the next one. Festival daily login. This is for the event that's going on right now, so we won't even go into that. Sign in reward. Every day, as soon as you've gone through those posters, it'll take you here. In the bottom right, you'd push the receive button and it gives you different items. Every day it's different. And you can touch on it and see what they are. Next is the 7-day login. For the first 7 days that you log in and play, it gives you different things to help you move along. Be sure to check there. There'll be an exclamation mark every day when you log in. You should always come to your events tab and check it out. And for beginning players, there are benchmarks. Go ahead and peruse this so you can see the free gifts that you get for attaining certain levels. Like when we get to player level 10, we'll get 20,000 silver, a barrel of fuel, and 5 more sweep tickets. And it progresses as you progress with your experience level. Should have already been here once to get that player level 5 once you came out of your tutorial. Keep online is the next button down. It's very important that you come here and get those sweep tickets. You're going to need them after you've reached level 10. So after being online for 5 minutes playing, usually just snooping around your dock, it gives you 1 free sweep ticket and 2,000 silver. And that goes to your mailbox. It doesn't automatically go to your inventory. We'll get to the mailbox in a little bit. Accumulated bonus is the next one. As you progress along in the game, it gives you even more free goodies. So go ahead and check that out. If you have reached a benchmark, there will be an exclamation mark on there telling you to look in there. Free fuel. 1 barrel is given at the times listed on your screen. Now, that's not your local time. There is a server time. You go out of the events tab, hit that back arrow, oops, and you'll see right under the cog on the top left, the time. That's the server's time. That's what it's talking about. So let's scroll back down to free fuel. The next one is gift for binding. Right there, that's where you would put your email address in. I'm not going to put my email address in because I already have an account with the carriers, but you put your email address there and then press confirm binding. Be sure it's an email address that you actually get email at, because it's going to send you an email asking you to confirm that this is your email. You press that confirmation in the email once you've opened it, and it'll send a message back. So you would want to be logged out while you do that, and then log back in. And just for sending that email, it'll give you the first reward on reward 1 line. Once you've logged back in, the second line, reward 2, you'll get to pick between an American aircraft carrier or a Japanese aircraft carrier for free, just for confirming your email. Now, that information won't be used for anything other than confirming your account. It's not sold. It's not given to anyone. It's a security issue. If you ever lose your password or you have a problem and you contact the developers of the game, they're going to ask you if you've found your account. You need to do a binding so they know it's you, and all communication will be done via that email, and that's why they ask you to do that. So, scrolling on to the next. There was an update reward for Android users in the last update. So we don't even really need to go to that. Moving on to the next button below event is task. Daily, there are tasks to do and prizes to win. I personally do these every day. They do change in what they are, so be sure to read them and get your free silver and free honor points and free sweep tickets. Do those daily. There's also an achievements button right below the daily tasks, and it lists the achievements. This goes on and on and on. You can check those out, and as you reach a benchmark and it gives you your reward, it usually adds the next one. I've been over level 30 for almost a year now, and I'm still earning achievements. Again, that will be lit up with an exclamation mark if you've earned anything. The next one down is Sailor. Press that, and this is where all the sailors that you've earned are stored. So I've had this account going for a couple of days and come in and collected sailors. And this is where they are, and this is where you would be brought from your ship to select sailors. There's also other buttons down on the bottom here. We can refine our search for specific jobs on the left, or specific sailors for specific countries on the right. As you can see, our first one on the top left is specific to just British ships. The next one is specific to China ships. And the next one is Italian ships. And so on. So that is how you can narrow your search down. You can also change it from rank to experience level or the date that you got it. On the very far right is a button that says Sailor Album. If you push that, it'll bring you to an album that shows you all of the sailors that are available in the game. Now, as we don't have any, they're all locked. Well, not all of them, but if you actually want to see what they are, you would just push on that specific sailor, and it will give you all the information about it. So let's back out of that, and back out of sailor. So hit the left back arrow again. And the next item is inventory. We push that, and this is where everything comes that you earned. Most items go to your mailbox first, and you would accept them, apart from when you're collecting your sailors, and it gives you sailor items for developing them. They come to your inventory and they're stored, like this one here. Your basic sailor upgrade, level boost item. Your fuel comes from your mailbox. If you don't use it within 2 days, it expires. So then you hit the drop button and you're dropping that piece of fuel. There's 2 pages that you're given. As you progress in the game, you're going to need more than 2 pages. Once you've played for a while, you're probably going to need 6 or 7. Now, if you wanted to buy another page for your inventory, you'll see the refresh button that I just pushed. That refreshes everything. That's all the fuel from the mailbox. You push the button to the right of the refresh, and this is where you would come to add a page to your inventory. The cost is 90 gold. We have 575. We're going to need another page, so now we have 3 pages. Let's leave here. And the next one down is mail. This is where all of your sweep tickets come from. The Stay Online reward, I pushed that top one there, and see, that's where it went. I can receive it. And then be sure to delete it, otherwise it ends up at the bottom of your mailbox. It doesn't go away, it's just accepted. You'll see on your mail as an exclamation point if it hasn't been received. Because the inventory was full before I added that page, that's where my recruiting bonus went earlier. So now I've added another page. There it goes. Now let's look at the bottom of the mailbox now, and you'll see it's still there until I delete it. Now there is another way. If you're sure you've looked through your email and you want everything that's in here, you can press the receive all, and it all gets received at once, and any items that would go to your inventory are sent there. And then you can just delete all. Now you can't delete all before you've received them. It's a safety item just in case you accidentally hit the button. So that is our dock in a nutshell as we're looking at it. Now let's press battle. Press the one on the left for missions. This is how you develop your ship's experience and also your nation's tech here. You do that through battling, or you can come and do missions. You've got that free fuel up there. Let's go back to the page here on the main dock, and you'll see 120 fuel. That's what that's for. That's for doing missions. So let's go back to missions. Now I can do first drill. That's opened up. I can do chance. I can do front line. I can do strong defense. It says cannot start the battle. Previous mission is not cleared. So during our tutorial, we went ahead and opened up these missions, but we haven't cleared this one yet. So we would have to go in and do a battle. Now you'll see on the bottom right there it says enter, and to the left of it says sweep. Unlock at Captain level 10. You got to be level 10 in order to use those sweep tickets that you're earning. Don't worry, they don't expire. So while we're working our way up to level 10, the best thing to do is to open up all these missions. So 120 fuel. The cost to do the mission is 6 fuel. And you'll see underneath where it says cost, which is mid-right, you'll see a sailor uniform, a sailor hat, and a chest. You're interested in what those are? It's basic sailor upgrade item. And the hat is basic sailor level boost item. And to the right of that is a chest. Randomly get normal level boost item for sailor. Those are very important. There's different levels of sailor upgrade items. Each mission holds different rewards. So this is in the normal mode. You'll see in the middle left of the screen, just above that 4, normal. We're going to push Nightmare now. And the only one that's open for Nightmare mode, which has higher rewards and uses more fuel, is the very first one. So you'd have to do that. So while you're working your way up to level 10, it's best to come in here and do your missions and open these up, because every day you should do your missions. It's the fastest way to upgrade your ships and your sailors. So we're going to hit the back arrow now, and then we're going to hit on the right, Versus mode. There's 2 modes for playing Versus. The one on the left, Arcade mode. The one on the right, Expert mode. We're beginners, so we don't want to start out in Expert mode right away. I suggest that you try out Arcade mode. Play that a couple of times before you even venture into Expert mode. And the main difference is there is a targeting button in Arcade mode, and that isn't there in Expert mode. You actually have to manually move your crosshairs and get the lead on your target and shoot, whereas in Arcade mode, you just push the target button and it'll bounce from target to target. So a little easier, and it's a good way to learn how to play before you venture into the expert world. So backing out of that, be sure to come back for the level 10 and beyond Dock Tour, where we'll go into a lot more detail about parts and crew and several other things. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.